Hi, my name is Neb Kamus Sen Atumri, and this is the first part of the new video series Revelation 18. That demon, one of the 200 fallen angels right here on earth, where they live as normal people under the guise of the Republican Party, the left wing, and the Democratic Party, the right wing, both in the same evil. Revelation 12:14, Mr. Chimpanzee had promised to rise up Babylon again, which is fallen. Revelation 18:2. Let's make our country great again. The nerve and arrogance of this beast man, the development and history of this planet is not known to Caucasians. It has nothing to do with them. For you see, using their superior technology after the crash of Nibiru on that Friday afternoon at 1300 hours of Earth time, some 24 billion years ago of Earth time, the Anunnaki reconstructed, then replenished this then devastated planet. Then later, Adam was created to be the successor, the Khalifa. Do you understand? Holy Tablets, chapter 3, verse 9. Holy Tablets, chapter 3, tablet 9, verses 61 through 76 states, by the time these Anunnaki decided to breed you, the human race, you were mixed in with all different types of beings, such as the Shaggies, the reptilians, the Greys, the Hindus, the dinosaurs, and all types of other beings that came to this planet. When you became Homo erectus, you were the right specimen to breed. You were a mixture of disagreeable and agreeable. So, the first Adam was a mixture of Pataites, the original pygmies of the sea and the mud, and the Shagis, Hindus, from the star constellation Orion, one of the galaxies which is beside the throne of the Most High, the 19th galaxy Ilion, producing Homo erectus. 6 ether and damn the blood of the male Homo erectus, and by the male, the female Anunnaki, 9 ether, he Adam, being of the Alahum, known as Anunnaki, into Homo sapien in total skin. He was born of his father Atum in the planet Earth as ruler of Nasut, the third abode, the abode of solid, the realm of Enosites. Anu Alun El. It is you who created and made first 3 abodes. The first abode being Lahut, the abode of gas, the realm of Anu. And the second home is called Malakut, the abode of liquid, the realm of the Anunnaki and the Agigi. This Kadmun is to be Khalifa, successor, and his name was on the lips of every Allahum. Kadmun, 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 the son and Khalifa, successor of the ruler Atum and his wife Lilith of the Kuthite tribe of mixed beings in the planet Earth. For he was to remember the first worlds and its falls. Anu Alun El name be praised in the heavens, and all the planets with all their life forms only listen to those who praise him. So they all said, to our sustainer is due all praise, glory to our sustainer, Anu, Alyun, Alyun El, and he appoints for those in this world, Anu, El Elo, and Anunnaki, known as Yahweh and Adonai. You Enocytes are to say, glory be to El Elo. We are grateful to you, and blessed is your name, Alyun, Alyun El, Allah. There is no good beside from you. He appointed Elo. Yahuwah, for he is indeed who he is, and no others share his powers in the planet Earth. His disciples, called Zadokites, or his family, the Anunnaki, or El Melaikat, angelic beings, were to organize this plan for mortals. The chosen one of them, named Enki, Israel Zadok, given his wings, was to lead this assignment. He was of the old race of Sarvat, agreeable Yahwehians, for the positive reaction of 180 degrees of positivity. And this Israel Zadok, son of Anu and Ed, also needed a being of 180 degrees of negativity from another race called Garubat, disagreeable Yahwehians, for the true nature of Enocytes to be burned into him as willpower. Unquote. Holy Tablets chapter 5 tablet 1 continues, Lo in ruler of Qi, earth, and Qi, ruler of earth, commanded the Anunnaki knows who bore the title Gabrael, Jibrail, or Gabriel, to form the body of Kadmon, who was taken from the dust of the ground, Adama project, created of clay, black mud, blood clot cell, and fashioned into shape, cloned. Being the mud was of the earth, he was called Adam, which means Adama, the ground. This is speaking of his physical creation and the making. Being there is already life in the soil of the ground, it wasn't the creation of life itself. The mud and the clay is symbolic of the contents of the blood or the clot. Dehydrated blood turns into brown dust particles, and this is how the hematologist would transport blood to be reactivated by simply mixing the water together for life. Thus you have man being created of dust, man being created of water. Dust and water, earth and water becomes mud, the clot. The extracts from that clot or blood is necessary for the cloning process. With this procedure, the Anunnakinos proceeded on wings of haste from his dwelling place in Orion, traversing the constellations of the skies and elemental orbs. Upon arriving on the surface of the planet Earth, then called Terra, Tiwawa, or Ta, Mara, Nusbu, went to the rulers of the Atumite and Kuthite tribes by the two far rivers, the Idiglat Tigris and the Furratu Euphrates, where he was living with the fallen Anunnaki, known as Luciferians or Wehans, to ask their king Atum and Queen Lilith if they would let them breed a seed from them. Mother Earth, as she Lilith was called, refused. Nusku stretched forth his hand to execute the command he received from Enki, the ruler of Earth. This fearsome attempt moved the vapors imprisoned in the bowels of the planet Earth, and it caused a terrible earthquake and strife between the elders and the seed of Atum, father of Kadmon. The soil inquired of this Anunnaki, the angel Gabriel, who replied, El, one of the Allahum, the sustainer of glory, intended to create a primitive worker from you to dignify his head with the diadem, the crown, or the royal headband of successorship, El Najuyuf, or Khalifaship, to rule Qi in Enki's place, and to adorn his statue with nobility. Are you listening, planet of the apes? The Atomites, the Earth Atomites enjoined, I have refuge from you. I adjure you by El Rab, the sustainer, to desist from this purpose, lest he create of me an individual who would, like the sons of the disagreeable beings, attempt stratagems of disobedience and would consequently be punished and condemned. I have not the power to resist the wrath of El Ilo, the punishment of Anu Alun El, the Most High Ruler. The Anunnaki, Gabriel, heard the entreaties of the earth people, the Atomites, the Kuthites, and he sympathized with their helplessness and returned by the same way he descended and laid his information before El Rab of glory. By the permission of the creator of mortal beings, the Anunnaki Michael, son of Enki, and Damkina likewise returned. He also descended upon the planet Earth. The same conversation took place between him and the planet Earth people as with Gabriel, son of Raziel and Zamael. The Anunnaki Michael likewise returned. Then the Anunnaki Enki, son of Anu, and Eel, who bore the title Israel, was on the same errand. The planet Earth people, King Atum of the Kuthites, again implored and began to lament and to cry. Enki said, it is incumbent upon me to obey the nourisher than to take pity on you. Accordingly, he collected a handful of black mud and blood cells, and he cloned the atom. That was acting on the part of the sustainer and creator himself. Holy Quran chapter 15, 28 through 44. Then the Rabbiyuna, the elders, now moved the disagreeable mortals, Atum and his wife Lilith, into the city Salam in Qodesh, from the Idiglant Tigris and the Furatu Euphrates Valley to breed a son. Also, the agreeable mortals Ptah and his wife Aneth were taken from the White and Blue Nile to Nippur, which is one of the cities of Qodesh, and this was the purpose to breed a daughter. They were placed in different places so that they, Kadmon and Nukebu, wouldn't know each other until they were at the right age, 21 for him, 18 for her. After the birth of a daughter of mixed seed, for her seed or blood was from Kadmon's own marrow, bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh, and they called her Nekebao, who was also mixed with the Kishites from Ptah and the Hawilaites from Anath, who were her parents. The actual genetic breeding and splicing of the cells of Kadmon was done in a laboratory on the planet Lahmumars, in the laboratory Shimti. Thus it is said Kadmon was created in the heavens before earth. How was this great task undertaken? When the scientists took the seed of Ninti and bred her with Adiuru, the Homo sapien, the 16th seed of the Adama project, after taking genus Homo to Homo erectus to Homo sapien. The Homo sapien was mixed with the seed of the Anunnaki. This was the process. When this new seed of Ninti and Adiuru was ready for transport from the heavens to the earth, it was brought down to the planet Earth, and this gene or cell was genetically spliced into the DNA of Atum, the ruler of the Atumites, and also in the DNA of Ptah, the ruler of the Kishites. In time, Ptah gave birth to a daughter called Nekebao, meaning tribal leader. And before that, Atum gave birth to a son called Kadmon, meaning up front. How was this great task undertaken? While Kadmon was yet a babe of 2 years of age before the very birth of Nekebao, the chemists Norgal and Arishkigal had perfected the gene of Kadmon to make his offspring bone of his bone and flesh of his flesh. So he was put into a deep sleep state, and the chemists went into the marrow of his bone and they extracted a cell from his blood to create his counterpart, Nekebao. Are you listening, sisters? Especially those of you who claim, I don't need a man. You need to unite with your Baal, the Arabic for husband or Lord, and become one flesh again. Genesis 2:24. You see, Kadmon said to the Anunnaki Kalgael, who is also called Uriel, in Holy Tablets, chapter 5, tablet 3:34. Nekebao is also my very own flesh and bone transplant, because she was taken out of my very own genes. She, Nekebao, was shaped and formed out of the ground, Adama, of planet Earth, the Adamites. This was a form of incest insofar as Nekebao was of the blood of Kadmon, making her his daughter, unquote. Continuing with Holy Tablets, chapter 5, tablet 1. So, these newly formed beings were to be placed in a habitat called the enclosed garden, one of many, and at a certain age to be watched and groomed. And you should always remember the birth of our mother Nekebao. For she is the mother of mothers, and her birthday shall be celebrated on the month of May, the 10th day. At the age of 21, Kadmon was moved without clothes into the enclosed garden called Eden, located in Bali. At the age of 18, the Kebao was moved into the same enclosed garden. She was also without clothes or shame, comprised of different colors and properties from the surface of the planet Earth, and having mixed all parts together. The birth of Kadmon, called the Grand Adamah, it was formed as a black olive, as black as the shadow hour in the skin tone of the original Asiatic black man, the Hindu, yet with a reddish skin color. Thus the name Adam or Edom, red and ruddy. When in the Elohim Israel Zadok arrived in the glorious place, the Anunnaki Elohim, he asked him whether the planet Earth people had this time taken refuge with him or not. Enki replied, yes. El Rab said, if it took refuge with me from you, why did you not spare it? Enki replied, I deemed obedience to you more necessary than pity for it. Anu Alun El, the Most High, the Highest, continued, depart, for I have made you Anunnaki of death in ether form. For all times I have placed the taking of the soul of Kadmon and his seed into your power. At these words, the Anunnaki Israel began to weep, saying, amongst the children of Kadmon, called the Adamites and the Elosites, there will be news bearers who will undoubtedly hate me on this account. However, Anu Alun El rejoined, I shall send so many complaints and diseases upon the Adamites, they will not hate you, and none of their deeds will be a cause of grief to you at all. For this loud lamentation is forbidden. Speaking. But there is no harm in weeping for the dead, yet patience is better. It is a curse upon the people who wail and those around them who listen to them. Unquote. So, the Anunnaki Kalkael, also known as Uriel, son of Azariel and Rafikiel, says to Adam, the black man, to every animal of the planet Earth, and to every bird of the skies and bird of the ground, and to everything that swims on the planet Earth, in which there is a living soul, you are to rule over it as we rule over you. And El Ilo rules over us. And El Kulum, the All, rules all things. Unquote. So, remove your abominable selves from these positions of power, King Kong. Your time has been up since September 9, 1999. The Anunnaki are on their routine trip back to the Earth to see the progress of their new creation, the Nubian, and to put things back into their proper perspectives. ZABAANIYYA are the 19 disagreeable Anunnaki who guard over hell. Holy Koran 74:30, Holy Koran 96:18. They are coming to forcefully snatch up all you mimicking world leaders and your remorseless subjects who stole our Nubian people's planet. And they are Ghilas, stern, and Shidad, forceful. Holy Quran 1:7, Holy Quran 20:102, Holy Quran 18:47 through 49. ZABAANIYYA won't leave behind any one of them. ZABAANIYYA don't yasoon, disobey that which the source Allah has commanded, and they carry out that which they are commanded. Holy Quran 66:6. Watch that number. Holy Quran 34:1 through 6 states, all gratitude is for him. That which is in el-samawati, the skies and the planet Qi, also called el-ard, earth, and that which is in el-akhirah, the end, and he is el-hakim, the wise, el-khabiru, the aware. He knows that which yaliju penetrates, passes into the ard, Qi, earth, crafts that go into Shambhala, the inner world, the planet Earth, and that which yakhriju, come out of it, crafts that come out of Shambhala, and that which yanzilu, comes down from el-samai, the sky, crafts that come to earth, and that which yuruju, goes up into it, crafts that leaves. And he is el-rahimu, the yielding, el-ghafuru, the forgiving. And those who conceal that which they know to be the facts say, el-sa'atu, the hour will not come on us. Judgment day, the return to Nibiru. Tell them this. Muhammad, tell them, oh yes, and I swear by my Rab, who is sustainer, that verily it is coming to you all, unto you all, the knower of al-ghaibi, the unseen things not seen by the naked eye. Nothing escapes him, not even the weight of a zarra, an atom, in el-samawati, in the skies, nor in the planet Tiamat, earth, nor anything asgharu, smaller than that, nor anything akbaru, bigger than that. Beside that, it has been inscribed in the Mubin clear scripture, the Akasha records, that he may reward those who try to el-solihati, perfect themselves. These are the ones, for them is a maghfiratun, a forgiveness, and a karimun, generous, honorable, rizqun, provision, return to rizq. And as for those who strive hard in mu'ajizeen, in validating our signs, trying to make it look untrue, for them is a pain. These are the ones who will have an aching torment. And those who have been given the knowledge, are able to see that which was sent down to you, the Quran, Muhammad, is from your Rab, and that it is a fact beyond any doubt, and a leading calmness to the narrow path of El-Azizu, the mighty one, worthy of El-Hamidu, the gratitude. In the book of Revelation, verses 1 through 24, the revised edition, scroll 221, copyright 1979, translated by El Sayyid Isa El Hadi Al Mahdi. It states, begin all things with the illustrious name of the sustainer, the generous creator. And after that I saw another angelic being descending down from the heavens, and he had great authority. And the planet Earth was lit up with his brilliance. Yohanan ben Zebedee, the prophet John, son of Zebedee, was the son of Zebedee and a fisherman, and Salome, the daughter of Joseph. The daughter of Joseph. Therefore making him the prophet Messiah Jesus' nephew. From the town of Bethsaida, they were considered a well-to-do family. Yohanan, John, prophet John, which means grace of Allah, became one of the first disciples of the prophet Messiah Jesus, along with his elder brother James, Yaqub. Matthew 4:21. The cause of Yohanan's devoted and spiritual nature, he became the disciple whom the prophet Messiah Jesus loved. John 13:23 through 25, John 21:20. Yohanan is the author of the 3 epistles of the prophet John, as well as the book of the prophet John, the only gospel which tells the real truth of the ministry of the prophet Messiah Jesus. Because the prophet John was a part of the prophet Messiah Jesus' inner circle, he witnessed what the prophet Messiah did and said. Therefore his account was rendered right and exact, giving good reason as to why Yohanan, the prophet John, was selected by Anu to receive the revelation for his master and teacher, prophet Messiah Jesus. Isa, John 15:27, John 21:24, Psalms 26:7, Isaiah 43:10, Matthew 10:20. Yohanan, the prophet John, died of natural causes in 99. He is the only apostle of the prophet Messiah Jesus, Isa, who did not die a cruel or grisly death. Revelation 18 says, the planet Earth was lit up with his brilliance. This angelic being brought the true light to the earth. It also states the fall of Babylon the great Babylon has come. The time has now come for the demise of Babylon, the 4th empire of the devil, to come to an end like all the others. This is the great city called the New Babylon. This is the great city called the New Babylon.